Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the FV4005 Stage II, the ship barn. It's a tier 10 British tank destroyer, and this one's located on the south sport of Ensk under the command of SwedishLadyC. Now, what can I tell you about this tank? Well, it's absolutely amazing. It's got a 183mm L4 gun, capable of the 1150 Alpha if it can hit the target, and with a HESH round it can do 1750 hit points of damage to the enemy. Well, Kiki, as she's known, is taking the ship on into a very advanced position. I normally expect to see the tank destroyer up this close to the enemy, but the Doom Bomb, as it's otherwise known, is pretty well offensive towards the enemy. She's looking through that gap. If she gets a hit, it's certainly going to make that enemy regret moving through that gap. Oh, nice hit, but wasn't full alpha. 718 is quite a low roll, and Kiki's done the safe thing, which is to immediately get into cover so the enemy can't return a shot. Now, it's a fairly long reload, 23.49 seconds. So she's got plenty of time to talk about what this tank is all about. Well, it's based on the Centurion Mark III chassis. The turret is paper thin, but the gun is absolutely magnificent, and it's got 10 degrees of gun depression, which means you can use ridge lines like a boss. And we have got another video by Kiki, which is actually in the Philo Players playlist, where she fires at an enemy. And that's another ship bomb. Oh, he's gone. 1348 hit points off that one. And Kiki is using the HESH. She's using the high explosive squash head, which actually creates a cow pat of explosive on the outside of the turret or wherever it hits, then detonates. And when it does detonate, it causes scabs of metal to fly off the inside of the tank and kill all the crew. So it's a very efficient way of dealing with the enemy. And she hit the turret of that FV4005. Oh, that was a Jaegeru, and she put 533 hit points of hurt into him. A tank that normally can take all the damage, and this time round it received the damage from Kiki. Pulling back, almost reloaded. Well, there was a Death Star down there a second or so ago, but it's now gone. And Kiki takes out the Jaegeru with the next shot. 1,667 hit points from that one alone. She's playing it very safe, but very careful, avoiding the enemy getting any return shots on her, but dealing out huge amounts of damage on them. Waiting for something to go through the field of fire. There's an Object 430U around there, the Heavium. Well, Kiki's going to move up. I think there's too many wrecks in the way for Kiki to get at that one. And what's she got down here? Type 5 Heavy. And she puts 595 hit points into him with a snapshot. That E3 didn't fare so well. Unfortunately, he's been taken out of the game. But we're almost loaded. So this time round, I think we might get that E4 and see if we can put some hurt on him. Ready to go? No, that one didn't work. Unfortunately, he's behind those buildings. Kiki fired, anticipating to come out from behind the statue. Unfortunately, the E4 got a hit on blast for 444. That's the first damage that Kiki's taken. She's hiding around this corner, waiting for a shot. She's almost loaded. And she gets one back through the gap. Oh, and takes her around for 307. But the round she did to the TE4 was 702 hit points. Now, taking it around the houses. reposition. You see Kiki plays this quite a lot. She's got 1 mark of excellence on the barrel, and I've seen some amazing shots from her in the past. Now, which way is the E4? Oh, he's facing the wrong way. Takes a round for 759. He's out the game. There's only 3 enemies left. There's 5 on Kiki's team. The next target's a Super Conqueror, I think. He's the nearest. And he's taking severe damage. He's only got a quarter of his hit points left. She can get a kill shot with 1 shot if she can get him on target. He's around the corner of that building, but briefly he came into view. She's gonna have to move up because he's around the other side. Oh, we lost our E4. I have the feeling that Kiki's actually going to be going after the GWE 100 or that Progetto. Progetto's a more dangerous target because obviously he's got that 4-shot auto reloading magazine. Just having a look through the gap first. Be careful. There he is. Oh, and it's the Super Conqueror. She takes him out of the game with a shot through his turret, right through the roof, blew him to pieces. He's gone. Yeah, she just needs enough time to reload with the Progettos nearby. Work out where he is. Can't see the GWE 100 yet, but all the Progetto's just been hit by the Arty. He's stunned. I'm not sure it's going to be enough time for us to get to him before he's lost that stun. But the GWE 100 has been found and the Object 140 is going after him. So it's just this Progetto. Kiki's loaded. I don't think she can one-shot him, but she can certainly do a lot of damage to the Progetto. We'll have to see if she can one-shot him. Might be able to. Might. Oh, he's not here. It's not where he was last seen. So he must be hiding. The Object 140's dealt with the GWE, or no, he hasn't. There he is. He actually didn't finish the job. He might have actually received a round from that GWE. But Kiki's going to help him. Whilst he's focused on GWE, Kiki gives him a bonfire send-off. And there's the Progetto. Unfortunately, we found that the Progetto's at the other end of the map, and that means we've lost our Arty, which is the Object 261. But now Kiki's got some company. She's got the Object 140. And that means that even if she can't one-shot the Progetto 65, the Object 140 will be able to make up the fire rate and kill the enemy. So I'm going to camp next to this bit of rubble. They've nicely left their camp open. So normally you'd destroy that camp structure, but oh, Kiki's taken around from the Progetto, and she puts one into him for 1,820 hit points to high roll, but she really needs to Object 140 to get in there before Kiki gets completely perforated. He's also reloading at the moment. She's got behind the buildings for a bit of extra cover. She needs that Object 140 to get up there quick. He pokes his head this way again. He will have him. She's going to have him anyway. I think she's going to drive around the corner and yes, that's it. All over. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for SwedishLadyC of Philo in the FV4005 Stage II. She also picked up a bruiser, a fighter badge and a firepower effect. But out of the epic medals, she picked up the high caliber. She did the most damage in the battle overall and got 5 kills in that one. And some pretty big tanks as well she took out of the enemy team. Let's have a look at team score. Well, there you go. Top of the table, 8,974 hit points of damage in that one. The next highest score was the Progetto, 6,815 for him. And then came the Super Conqueror, 4,162 hit points. And Kiki killed both of them. When it came to kills, it was shared between the FV4005 of Kiki and the Progetto M65, who got 5 as well. But when it came to base XP, because Kiki was on the winning team, she got more, and she picked up 1,392 experience points. So technically, she's got a clean sweep at the top of the table. And then came the Object 140 with 1,089, and the T110E4, who got 998. Kiki fired 12 rounds in that game, got 11 direct hits and 4 penetrations, 7 splash on the enemy, damage of 88,974 hit points, and all of it was at close range. Received 5 hits from the enemy, 3 of them were penetrations and no non-penetrations. I'm afraid the armor on this vehicle isn't particularly good, but did receive 2 hits as a result of splash damage as well. Spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 5 of them, and did 926 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, she earned 93,252 credits, but after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, she actually took home a loss of 44,756 credits, and that's because these HESH rounds are frightfully expensive. She also picked up 2,088 XP, and there was no multiplier, so I'm afraid that's all she took away. But it was a really good battle, and Ensk isn't a very easy map to play, but Kiki did make it look good. It's just pity at the end the Object 140 couldn't step in at the right moment to save Kiki from getting penetrated like that. But in the end, actually, Kiki did get the kill, so that helped her to get the high caliber. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.